Alexander Burkell, the Cajun one, T-Bone, Nightmare 505 SA, Whiteley, Jeremiah Black. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. We're going to get started in just a minute. Silver Starlight, how are you doing? This is enhanced H2O. It's got coffee beans in it. Nom nom nom. Some weird music. Straight from YouTube's copyright-free selection thing. A fan game of the Water Boy? I don't know. What's wrong with your medulla oblongata? Yes. Okay, let's switch it. What do we got going on here? Let's get started. How's it going, guys? Diet soda 24/7? No! The only diet I ever could stand was Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't drink sodas anymore, though. I was killing myself. Guys, I went down to 138 pounds last year. I was in a bad place. I'm back up to 168 now, so everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. I gave up a lot of sugar and started eating more healthy and got out of a depression, which, who wants to live forever? I don't know. It depends on what state you're in, right? I would like to live a long time. Someone needs to make a fan game of the YouTube chat line. The Driftwood YouTube chat line. Anyway, today, I want to keep working on the crafting systems. I want to make a custom enchanting system. This is how it's going to work in my head, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to, since I'm not going to write a plugin for it, I'm just going to do it in the engine. I'm going to need a lot of weapon slots, right, in the database, which is fine, because we're going to have a limited number of weapons that the players can have, so we can have lots of variations of those weapons to make it very easy to custom. Well, it'll still be a lot of work, but whatever. Anyway, it's got to be a cool product, and the amount of work that goes into it, people aren't going to see all that. They're just going to be like, oh, I like this little system, right? I like cheese too, as they do. Cheese is baller. Cheese is big. Possibly make a combo of item augments and weapon unleash. Yeah. Yeah, it's royalty free, official YouTube copyright free stuff. Even OC Remix gets claimed, which I don't understand really. This is somebody's derivative work, but whatever. I'm tired of getting my videos claimed. It's like, oh, you used one song that you shouldn't have. There's 2.5 hours? No, that belongs to this guy. It's very frustrating. Let's hear a flow, Nightmare. Go, 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 go. Come on, Nightmare. I can hear you rapping. Let me hear your sick flow. but I won't. Alright, let me bring that down a little bit. I wanted to get us going with a little bit of music. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I brought it down. So the idea behind this crafting system that I want to make is you can make your weapons very strong, but they can also blow up and disintegrate into dust, and you can completely lose them. So I'm going to let the players start with the light blade and the pink rod, but when they find other weapons, the first upgrade that they get will be, I'm going to call them vessel weapons. It's arbitrary namings, but whatever. It's a weapon, and they'll only get like this one type of weapon. So through the whole game, you're just enchanting and upgrading your weapon, your variation of that weapon. You can get another one of those weapons, but to make it as deep as I want it to go, without a plugin, I have to kind of take its broadness and bring it in and reel it in so that I can go deep with that. Weapon Unleash is fantastic. I love Weapon Unleash. Yeah. So we can make enchantments that give particular skills when you attack, and the percentages can go up, right? So that's one way we can handle this. If you get your weapon enchanted with the first enchant, you can say, well, 15% of the time it's going to do this skill. But if you manage to get the second enchant on it, well then maybe it keeps getting 10%, 25%, and then 35%. But the chance of the item exploding and you having to start over with the enchantment also goes up. So I think if I wanted to get started on this sort of system, I would take the light blade, which is using beam sword, copy this, and then give it some sort of tag that lets the player know where it's currently at. We'll make the strength go up, the speed go up, and the chance that the weapon unleash fires go up as well. Catrick Abeyera. How are you doing today? I'm gonna butcher names like every time. I recognize you. I remember you. Have you thought of creating a big bad for this game yet? The only idea that I had for a big bad chiefy is another like town official, like somebody else who's running towns, another mayor, right? And they've got towns and they're racking up power and they're getting stronger and more powerful. So you sort of have your competition on the other side of the world map, and you would be able to send a spy to see where they're at, to see how much gold they've got, to see their current level. And you can use animated SV enemies to bring them into battle too. Testing out action sequence packs, it's fun. That's a lot of fun. Exams got you shook? Ooh, good luck. Good luck. That's cool, Catrick. So looking at the skills I'm using for Weapon Unleashes, his duality here. So this is our Weapon Unleash. This is action sequence for it here. And the formula and everything. What we can do is use this one to get started on the system and just increase the odds of that landing based on the sharpness. If you think of what's that great RPG? I forgot the reference. I didn't play it very much, but T loves it. But in that game, you had one weapon. Each character had one weapon, and you just upgraded the sharpness of that weapon. Don't worry, Ren. It's all good, man. So you can see on the light blade, our chance to weapon unleash is 20%. I'm going to start it at 10% to give incentive to want to make it stronger. We'll take this one, and we'll assume that if it has no note tag, that's the level 1. Enchanted versions. Here's the first enchanted version of Lightblade. It will have a 20% chance to do the weapon unleash. And we could also update the note tag. 10% chance to attack with IS, which is a skill, 22. And it'll say duality. It'll just show the icon too. And then for the L2, level 2 sword, I think people will understand LV2 means level 2. It's been enchanted. It'll have a 20% chance. This is like our sharpness level, right? Our enhanced level. Whatever we want to call it, just using LV2 will make it so the player can put in whatever name they want there. This is level 2 sword. Chance to, and we can copy paste the attack with this as well. So let's do this. 20% chance to attack with that weapon unleash. We'll copy this again. We'll make the level 3 version. We'll also up the stats on that weapon. Give it a 30% chance. This will give 10 more strength and 5 more speed. This will give 10 more strength and 5 more speed. And we'll just make it simple and go up to 5 for now. Copy. Level 4. 20. 40% chance to attack with that. Copy this, and this is our level 5. So we have our light blade, and we won't even put a level on it when it's level 1. We'll only put a tag on it when it exceeds level 1. Deja vu, I've been in this place before. What's up, Devin Scott? K. Zayman, how are you doing? The evil mirror should be able to deter your progress a bit, to keep it challenging. Yeah. I kind of think that's a necessary evil, right, Chiefy? But I also don't want to frustrate the player. I want to make it like, kind of like a linear growth. They just keep getting better and keep getting better. And I don't want the game to go on for 100 hours, you know, or like 50 hours even. I think a game should go on for maybe like 20 hours, maybe 15 hours. Or speedrunners able to do the game in 1 to 2 hours would be a thing. He should totally rename himself to Drift Guy. Drift Guy. That's not a bad name. I like it. Good job, Vino. Somebody probably calls me Drift Guy. K. Zayman. That's the culprit. Higher on the street and I know it's my time to go. Age of Empires, the RPG. Kind of. The mayor could steal random resources over a period of time, or have bandits come. I like the bandits idea. This has been brought up a few times already. Yeah, I think that's the way we'll go with it. We'll bring in bandits and have them attack the town and attack maybe the mines. And let the player have the option to defend them. So let's update the note tags as well. So this is a very rudimentary. It's upgraded in sharpness, right? And then at its strongest, it can have a 50 every other time is its weapon unleash. Very simple way of upgrading it. So we'll need an item that upgrades it, or like some enchanting system. Let's use something like mana crystals, maybe. Crystals is very tropey. Let's make mana carrots. Mana bananas. I like the idea of using gems, though. Like enchanting with gems. Using stones. We actually have very nice icons for gems and stuff right here. You can get this icon set from Yanfly's website. Trophies, the best farms. Boro B, how are you doing? I think we'll use gems for the enchantment process. But I also don't want to limit it to just getting higher stats and higher chance for the weapon unleash. I want the player to have some sort of options when upgrading the weapon. Like, how do you want to make this weapon? What do you want it to turn into? We could use Yanfly's item attachment and just socket the gems to change that. So to upgrade the sharpness is a chance you blow it up. But if you want to upgrade like the damage type of it, or change the damage type, or maybe add extra damage to it or something, you can attach augments to it. It's a very nice system. Very, very nice. So what item would we use for like the sharpening process, the enchanting, empowering? So we'll have different enchantments that you can put on your weapons, and one of them, the main one, is empowering. So you empower your weapons. So we'll use something like an empowering stone. And that is the consumable that when it's going to roll a random, right? So it could consume the item and nothing can happen, depending on RNG. It can consume the item and upgrade the weapon, right? Empower it. Or it can consume the item and destroy the weapon. Is that too trolly? Women empowering. Whetstones for sharpening. Craig, how are you doing on Pro? Thank you for coming to the stream. I'm doing fine. I'm doing really well. I'm trying to conceptualize how I want to make this enchanting system. And I want it to go really in depth on a very limited number of items. That's good. I'm glad you're here, Craig. Appreciate you, man. So maybe we'll go with the empowering stone. We'll use a stone of empowerment or something. Empowering stone. Let's just go with this for now. And we'll call it an empowering stone. An ES, an empowering stone. It sounds too Ragnarok Online, really? I never played Ragnarok Online, that I remember. Use a leather strap, hammer, or smelter to upgrade the weapon. To enhance the weapon, use spell gems, flawless orbs, or enchanted stones. Not a bad system, but made me cry more often than not. Upgrading then has a chance to break the weapon. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to have a chance to break the weapon because you go farther and farther, and you may set yourself back by getting a bad roll. Of course, when I do a system like this, there's always the temptation for save scrubbing, right? So I'll have to do a auto save functionality, which could be a pain in the butt, because then I have to limit the number of slots, right? Limit the number of save slots. I don't really want to do that. Should I just scrap the weapon can blow up so there's no need to... I mean, it's going to take away from the original idea, but it is a single-player game. Heartless Angel, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. Don't worry about being late. Better late than never. When the upgrade happens, you have a 50% chance of shattering the gem or stone used in the crafting. Well, the way that I'm thinking, Silver Starlight, is the stone is always consumed when you attempt to empower the weapon, but there's a percentage chance, depending on the level of the enchantment, like at the beginning, maybe only 10% chance that it blows up the weapon. From maybe level 0 to 1, there's a very small, like 5% chance that it blows up. And then from 1 to 2, there's a 10% chance that it blows up. And 2 to 3, there's a 20% chance it blows up. And 3 to 4, there is maybe like a 30% chance it blows up. And 4 to 5, we'll go like 40 or 50% chance that it pops the weapon. So the higher you go, maybe losing an augment rather than lose the entire weapon. Don't do that. People are not liking that. Yeah. You know, if it was a multiplayer game and I needed this to control the economy and keep the number of items down, right, because you'd be removing them from the game, I would totally go with that. But since this is going to be a single-player game, and I don't have to worry about balancing an economy, I don't need to pull out items like that. So I'm going to take your guys' opinion and not do the destroy your items type of thing. That makes sense. We'll make it so that when you get the empowering stone, you use it on the item, it will just level up its sharpness. Very simple, very easy to do. They were still a nightmare in single-player campaigns, right? If it was online and I needed this to balance economy, it would make sense, but it just doesn't make sense in a single-player game. So thank you guys for talking me out of making RNG nightmare that doesn't even need to be in the game. It's not going to make the game more fun, right? It's going to make the game frustrating at points. And then there's going to be having to do extra work with a save system, forcing the character to save after they do the progress. Right. Good call. So let's just continue this system then. We'll take the empowering stone, use this on your weapon to upgrade its level. This will consume the gem. This will be a very expensive item. We'll say 5,000. It's not consumable because we're not going to eat it, really. It's not usable and it doesn't need a scope. It is considered a regular item, and it doesn't need an animation, really, because we're going to just play an animation when we use the system itself. So we'll keep it like that. An empowering stone. The one thing I have a problem with, though, is I'm using the same icons as the soul stones. So maybe I should pick a different icon for it. Let's do this. Let's go with this one. Empowering. I'm using soul stones, maybe. We'll just call it empowering gem. And we'll give it more of a thing like that. Empowering gem. Nice. This one actually has more detail. We'll go with that. Have fun, Craig. Enjoy your therapy session. Empowering gem. I like it. I like it. We'll stay with that. And what we can do is set up our system inside of our house. I want to have several systems set up inside the house. We also need to do the item processing thing too after this. So right here, you can probably set it up right here. And this will be same level as characters. We could even give it an icon and a switch condition that gets like you rescue somebody. Don't worry about it, Craig. I mean, if you got it, I appreciate it, but it's cool. You don't have to. I appreciate you stopping by and saying what's up. That's cool. I think we're going to do a system that like this is all unlocked after a certain point. Like, I don't want to overwhelm the player with too much at the very beginning. So what we'll do is have the player find somebody in the dungeon, in one of the dungeons, and rescue him or her, like an enchanter. And then once they've been rescued, they'll unlock the enchanting station here. And the enchanting station is like, she'll give you like your first empowering gem, and that's how you learn about the system. It makes sense. So it's not just like everything is just front loaded. It'll be progress over time. So I'm going to need to design or find some artwork for like something I have in mind. Like, obviously it's gonna be like a tropey kind of crystal thing, but not default one for sure. What is this? The FSM one. This looks cool. What is this? I like this. That looks neat. Enchanting station. And to further enhance the weapons, we'll allow for socketable skills. If I enable the join thing, I'll join. I don't know if I can. I think I need more subscribers to enable the join thing, which is really cool. It's like the Twitch subscribe button where you pay like $5 a month to like join the channel or whatever. I don't even know what it is. It could be more or less. I looked at it and I was thinking, oh, that'd be cool to get like the join button so people could subscribe. I think I need like 50,000 or something. Not sure. Have fun, Craig. Take care, bro. So right off the enchanting station, we'll say, would you like to, or you know what? We don't even have to do a show text. We'll just do a select item. And if the player selects the item they want, or if the player selects the right item, this is going to be enchant item selected. And it's going to be a regular item. It's going to set this variable to the item number, which is actually 57. So if the player selects 57, we can say control conditional branch. If the player is selecting 57 from that variable, then we know that they picked the right item. At this point, we can consume the item, or we can show choices on what weapon they want to use. So we're going to need to use a plugin here. So the player is going to select an item. Why did it automatically hide that? Show this. It's not 50K. you have it globally on your channel and you've only got 18,000. Maybe it's 15,000. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look into that, Craig. I thought it was like, at first I thought, oh, you probably need 100,000 subs to get that. But I have seen other channels with the join button with less. So that's really cool. So Zako, that makes sense. If you're doing like a booster pack thing that has some sort of RNG, a forced autosave would be kind of important. Did you use a plugin for that, Sazako? Heartless says you can still bypass it. Sure thing. Yeah, I'll definitely check into that. Thanks for the heads up. Go to the save file, copy paste the save file. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that's a little bit more work, right? It's more annoying. It's still possible. Sure. Sure. So here we're going to use the Yanfly plugin. So the player's going to select an item that's built into the game, but then we want the player to select something else, right? The player's going to select the weapon that they're going to choose. So we're going to use Yanfly's plugin. What is it called? Weapon Select or something like that. Might have to download it. Selection control, that's for battle. That's for battle. Let's go to yanfly.mo. And search in for equip select. It's got to be under item core, I think. Or it is a utility. Equip core changed. Equip requirements, weapon animation, weapon release, status, nope. Gameplay. Enemy levels. I love this plugin. Equip battle skills. I want this plugin to be usable for one character. Like, I want to use this plugin, but make it so that it only affects the characters who have a note tag. That would be so cool, because when you put it in, all your characters are subject to it. I hope this gets an update in the future, the Equip Battle Skills plugin, where you can have it turned on and it's off from all the characters by default, unless you have a note tag on that character that says does not or can use it. Or it could still be on by default, just to have a note tag that you can add to all your characters that says ignore equip battle skills, like a note tag that says ignore equip battle skills, and then this plugin has no effect on that character's like skills, and they operate exactly the same. But if they don't have the ignore equip battle skills, then it'll work the way that the plugin is intended, how it modifies it. Because I want to have a blue mage that uses this, but I don't want every character to have to equip their skills. So that'd be a cool thing. Maybe Yanfly can get that in there eventually. Or maybe it already, I don't, last time I checked it doesn't do that. Here it is, map select equip. Yes. We could even use a skill too. Like get the enchanter in the party. And the enchanter can have the skills for enchanting. But I do like the idea of having to obtain the items, and then the items show you. Okay, so let's get this plugin. Map select equip. I do want to look at one thing real quick. Inside the video, where is Yanfly putting it? Under map gold window above region restrictions. Okay, because I'm using that and that, so. Under map gold window, let's get map select equip. Here we go. Found it. And drag it up to map gold window, wherever I have that. Here it is. And above region restrictions. Okay, perfect. Is there anything I need to mess with? Default columns, nope. Rows, position. It looks fine. Enable all equipments. Show the quantity of the equips by default. I think if we're using the item core, it makes the equipments independent. So your skills, like if you have 2 copies, like if you have 2 armors, right? It won't say white shirt 2. It'll say white shirt, white shirt. Or it'll, like, say you have 3 feathered caps, it won't say feather cap 3. It'll say feather cap, feather cap, feather cap. Which is what we needed to do in order to distinguish the difference between them. Hey Blitz, how are you doing? I'm doing well. It's the player's choice to cheat. I won't stop them. Just make it a bit harder to do so. That's true, Suzako. Does anybody remember the Game Genie? I mean, I probably played, when I was a kid, some games I couldn't beat on Nintendo, and I had a Game Genie. So the only reason I played it as much as I did is because I could put on unlimited lives and just run through the stages over and over and over. So, if some people need that to have fun, in a single-player game, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now, if it's multiplayer, it affects the fun of other people, and I see a problem with cheating in multiplayer games. It's just a terrible thing to do. But in single-player games, where you're only affecting your own gameplay, I mean, if it keeps the game interesting for you for longer, I don't see a problem with it. That's a good idea, Silver. You can add a few hidden items that people can collect, and then give some reward for collecting them all, even if it's just an achievement. Some people like achievement hunting. That's cool. That's a cool idea, Cajun. Learned level skills. Release event learned skills that can be missed or skipped. Right, that's cool. So the player gets like a set number of skills throughout like level 1 to 50 or level 1 to 100 in the game. And say that's like 15, 20 skills from level 1 to 50. And then towards the, like by the time you get to level 50, you'll be fighting the last boss. And the player could go to 100, but you know, maybe they won't make it because they won't need to. You could always do an optional arena. I'm digressing. But the idea of adding skills that you can learn from events in the game that are optional may give the player some incentive to do the optional stuff so that they can get that extra ability. I love that idea, actually. I don't recommend, yeah, I would do the same thing, Legion. I would try to do as much as I can get out of the game without any cheats on a single-player game. And then when I'm like, I'm bored with the game, I'm not going to play it anymore, then I would say, well, what if I can put unlimited lives on? And then maybe I'll get more playtime out of it. That's when I can kind of justify it. Because I would no longer touch this thing, but now that I can play in a different way, I may actually spend more time on it. Okay, so I got the plugin I needed. What is the note tag to actually instantiate its effects? Oop, not that one. Map select equip. Use the following plugin commands to utilize the map select equip plugin. Map select equip variable and the type. This will open up the window, replacing variable with the number you're going to be using, and replace type with weapon, armor, or both. And the type will decide the list's type. So I'll use both, and I'll use the variable that will define for equipment. So we're going to copy this and use a plugin command in the system. This is what I needed. So inside of here, once they've selected the right gem, we'll insert a plugin command. And we'll use variable, I think we're going to use 58. And for type, we're going to say both. It's going to show weapons and armors that the player has. But what I need to do is check that variable and declare it so I can remember. It's not, okay, enchanted item selected. We're gonna go enchanted equip selected right underneath it, and we're actually using 46, okay. So I'm gonna hit okay, but then I'm gonna delete this because I'm just setting that. Enchanted item selected is 45 and the item number is 57. So we'll do a conditional statement here. And this is 46. Because we're using variable 46, right? 46. So we're going to use variable 46 to store the thing. We're going to show both weapons and armors. So we're going to let the player select an item. If they select the enchanted, what did I call it? Enchanting gem? Empowering gem. Then it's going to show another choice. It's going to show what, you got your gem that you're going to use, what weapon or armor you're going to use. And then, depending on what they pick, we can do a conditional statement here as well. But when we do our conditional statement, maybe we shouldn't do both. Let's just specify weapon, because I have a problem in here. How do I distinguish the difference between JSON weapon and JSON armor in a conditional? Because I'm just checking a number at that point. I'm sure there's a method. But anyway, we're going to specifically stay narrow and go in depth. NeoSoul, how are you doing? Thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate it, man. How's your day going? Whiteley says, I miss old school cheats like Donkey Kong mode or low gravity DK mode. Is DK mode stand for Donkey Kong mode? What's up, Doc Weeze? How you doing? Drifty, do you know a good quest plugin that has the ability to pop up a small help window for the player what they need to do next without opening a big quest menu? Yeah, you have to custom design it yourself, but there's a plugin to make it easier. Galv has a plugin called Message Pop or something like that. What is it called? I'm sorry, I have to look for it. There's so many plugins. Galv's Message Pop Up something or another like that. I did a tutorial on it actually. Timed message, floating message. Maybe I should just go to his website. Let me go to Galv's website, for those of you who don't know. Galv has a lot of very, very cool plugins. For MV, let's go with... Message pop-up or something like that. Message styles. You see how they pop up like here, 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 here? Message backgrounds. No. Anyway, it's somewhere in here. It might be this right here. Yeah, it's this one. It's called MV Message Styles. And it makes it pop up like this. So instead of like the big box at the bottom, you can decide where you want the thing to show up. And if you want it to show up on the event itself, you just go like this. Come on. Just ignore the other stuff. This is for a different tutorial. You would go like this, /pop, and you would use 0. Or you can just go /pop because it'll default to 0, and then you type your message in normal. So you would, because the number is looking for the location. This is a show text. It will not be in a huge box, but instead in a little bubble next to the event. That contains, that has it contained in its contents. Hopefully that helps. You can look in the help file for more information. But yeah, there you go. And you could just design it like that. Yanfly's plugin does that Heartless. There's an add-on for the main quest plugin, says Neo. To make it toggleable on or off, what you do is instead of just show, you actually do the same thing, but you encapsulate it. Like right here, you would put a conditional. Conditional if conditions, then you show text, you know, and whatnot. So if that switch is on, then it'll show this, and if the tutorial switch is off, it won't. It'll just skip past that in the events. So it's easy to do that. Yeah, Galv also has a quest log, but I think Heartless was looking for something that was very, very not like a huge quest menu, just like another way to show help text without making it a huge menu. Alright, back to the enchanting system. The player will go to this thing, and it will prompt them with a choice of items. If they select the right item, then it'll prompt them with a choice of weapons, and then if they select the right weapon, or a weapon that's enchantable, so we make a conditional branch. Nope, not a loop. Sorry, misclick. We make a conditional branch. Checking, not a switch, a variable. Enchanted, equip, selected. And we have to figure out what weapon we're looking for here. 1 and 2. So if they select 1, we're going to just do the first one, and then we'll propagate it as needed. So item 1, and then we'll check for item 11, 12, 13, 14 as well. So if they selected item 1, then we do our flash, right? We do our sequence. We need to make some custom animations now. And sound effects, probably. I want to make it stand out, look different, and be cool. So if they select the right thing, we'll give them another choice. Do you wish to empower your / item icon? Nope. Item weapons 1. This will consume the gem. I don't know if we need this show text. But maybe we should. Enchant the weapon. Not right now. If they say enchant the weapon, then we are going to first remove the empowering gem. Then we are going to remove the weapon, the light blade. Include equipment. I don't know if we should include equipment. We should make the player take it off, right? We have to make sure that this is an exploitable by making the player, let the player enchant it, and then it doesn't take away the regular one, and then they duplicate a regular and a level 2 weapon. So we show animation here. We need to make sure that when we're selecting this, that it only shows the weapons that are not equipped, right? Or should it? Oh, I gotta check it. I've got to check it. Is this the player's starting point? Yes. Because I may need to include equipped weapons as well, which would be fine. Congratulations, you're the mayor. Dun da 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 da. Snus 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 snus. So you are. Oh, gosh. How about we give the player the item that they need to actually use the system? Yay. More coffee, please. Driftwood Gaming. What plugins are you going to use for the enchantment system? Probably none. I mean, for this specific thing where we sharpen our weapons, it's just going to be evented. Well, obviously I'm already using a plugin, the item equipped selection. And I'll probably use Yanfly's attach augments for the item upgrade thing. So now we have the empowering gem. If we select that, it lets us select weapons, but not equipped weapons, right? So do we want that to show our equipped weapons? I think so. So let's go to plugin parameters, map select equip. We're using this one for it. Okay, so the player needs to know they'll have to unequipped. We just have to give the player the knowledge that they need. Select an unequipped weapon, right? So at the top, we'll put a show text. Select an enchantment gem. And we'll just go dim, I guess bottom. And we'll take this same thing, and then before we show this, we'll say select an unequipped weapon. Select an unequipped weapon. That will let the player know, oh, I have to take off my weapon, right? So let's test it now. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. Because we're doing it. So, select an enchantment gem first, and then it shows that. If that, blah, blah, blah. And then we cut this and paste it above that. Select an equipped weapon, and then da 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 da. We can continue on. So if we go here and we clear out, we're not able to take off our weapon. Okay, let's fix that. That's got to be an equipped core thing. Non-removable types. These types must always have an item equipped and cannot be emptied. If I leave that blank, or if I just put 0. Really? Huh. Well, what if I just say 10 then? Yep. You can't remove type 10, and there's like no type 10. Right? For some reason, there has to be a number in there. You can't leave that blank. So if we go to types, and it's looking at here, equipment types. So we're saying you can't have nothing on your hands. You have to have something. And the plugin requires there to be something. So I said you have to have something on type 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's nothing there. So will it crash? Or will it work the way I hope it works and it lets you unequip your weapons? Let's find out. Well, technically all weapons will be enchantable silver because there's going to be a very limited number of weapons. To enhance your weapon, you're going to get a better weapon, you're not going to just replace it. You're going to enchant it, right? And you're going to attach things to it. So you'll get gems that you can take out and put in better gems, take out and put in better gems, and that system. Another thing I have to make sure is we don't remove all the gems that are enchanted in a weapon when we upgrade it. So I'll have to do some checks and balances on that. So that obviously doesn't work unless we take off our weapon. It lets us take it off. So perfect. That works fine. Will it find it here? Select a gem. An empower gem. Select an unequipped weapon. The light blade. And then all it's doing now is removing it, right? All I had it do was take it away. But it didn't actually. If selected, equip selected equal 1. It didn't meet this condition? Why did it not meet this condition? It did the plugin command, and it showed a list of the weapons. Is it not able to see independent items like that? I wonder. If this thing, is this checking the right variable? 46 equals to 1. Map select equip 46. So it didn't play this at all right here. So it didn't do this entire thing. Why did that not set the value to 1 when I selected the light blade? I wonder. Because the weapon is 1, and that's the weapon the player starts with. That's interesting. But our equipped select did not work. It didn't set the variable to 1 when I selected this. Because if it had, it would have fired this. It would have executed this conditional. So now I'm left thinking, why? Do I have to make the light blade not independent? Is that how you spell independent? This leads me to go into the help core. Nope, it's a E-N-T, not A-N-T. Let's see if it fires now. And will this matter if we're not actually giving the player another copy of this sword? And we're not going to make it destructible at all. I put it? Now it works, so it can't be an independent item for it to be selectable like this. Do you wish to empower your light blade? This will consume the gem. Right, we show animations, la-di-da, we consume the item, and we give the new item. So it's firing. I think it'll be fine if we make the sword not an independent item, because there's only going to be one of them in the game anyway. So it works. At this point, when we take the items, we can show an animation. Let's do that. Let's make a custom one. We'll make a long custom one. Wait for that to completion on this event. After the animation happens, we are going to change weapons, and award the light blade level 2, and show a message. You successfully upgraded your IW1 into a /IW11! Exclamation. We'll let the player know what actually happens. Its parameters have been increased, and the chance for a /IS for skill. Now what is the weapon? At least 22, I think. And the chance for duality to trigger has... I can reword this. I can say its parameters and the chance for duality to trigger has increased. Exclamation. You've successfully upgraded your that and then that, its parameters and let's make it fit, I guess. We could do like music effect here, but we'll have to make one. So we need, what's with the sna little song? Sounds too hot for iTunes. No, I made it in Audacity. I went like dun da 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 da, something like that, and then I reversed it and compressed it and normalized it and all that stuff, and I decided to keep it. It's fine. Works. So we have to design an animation for when the weapon gets enchanted or empowered. So let's do that. Let's take a long one with a lot of frames. What has a lot of frames? 25, 37. Here we go, 49 frames. Let's copy this 49 frames one. Does anything have more than 49 frames? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. This one has got 65 frames. We're gonna go with that. I like it. Paste this. Let's change the meteor to something else. Let's change this one to something else. Let's use it here. Okay. I don't know if this is exactly what I'm going for. Definitely not the sound effects I want, right? I kind of like that though, except for this part. Okay, let's get rid of all the screen flashing. I don't want to give people seizures. Let's change the sound effects. Yes, oh. I'm sure we'll change this. Okay, let's go with... Oh man. Okay. Demon zombie cow. Jarzanico, how are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. We're making an animation for the enchanting system. We're making a, I guess it's kind of a basic system. You select an item, and then if you select, depending on what item you select, it also prompts you with like it prompts you with a select again, another to show a weapon. Oh god, let me start over. Making a crafting system for empowering weapons, and it works like by selecting an item and then selecting a weapon and then showing animations in Flash and then taking that weapon and taking it away and giving a more empowered version of that weapon. There we go. Words. We can do words today. Maybe. Alright, I think that's going to work fine. Then we need to make, if they select the same one again and another gem, the same one again and another gem. For example, let's copy this and paste it here, and then change this number to 11, and it'll say, do you want to empower your level 2 weapon? If they say yes, we're going to remove the level 2 weapon. Do the same thing, but we're going to add the level 3 weapon. And it'll say you successfully upgraded your level 2 to a level 3. Its parameters for that to trigger have increased. And then we copy this, we paste this, and we say if they've selected 12, then let's say, do you want to empower your level 3 weapon? If they say yes, then you take the gem and the level 3 weapon, and you award a level 4 weapon. You've successfully upgraded your level 3 to a level 4. Copy this, paste it here. Do 13. Wait, did I mess something up somewhere? 1, 11, 12, 13. Do you want to empower your, there we go, empower your 13, which is level 4 weapon. If they say yes, take the gem and the level 4 weapon. Let them know that they've upgraded their level 4 weapon into a level 5 weapon. And award a level 5 weapon. I think that's set up right. Let's test it. 1, 11, 12, 13, 4, 13. 1, 11, 12, 13. So from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. 4 processes, so you need 4 empower gems. But the other thing is, you're going to get the gem, but you're going to have to select whose weapon do you want to upgrade. So we'll make an exception for what is it? A pink rod, I think I called it. For Jinx's weapon as well. So we'll make Jinx's weapon. I'm going to leave space for her weapon, for these to go farther in case I change my mind. And I'll start this on 21. I should have gone with level 2 on 12, level 3 on 13, level 4 on 14 to stay a little more organized. But I don't want to go back and change that now. That's fine. It's totally fine. 20%, 30%, uh-oh, 40%, and 50%. And the parameters change. 10? Oh, I should probably change the parameters actually, huh? There we go. We could even add a contingency if they select, like do a so they don't think, we'll let the player know if they selected the level 5 weapon, which is 14. Yeah, so if they've selected that one, we can just show a text saying, this weapon is fully upgraded, empowered. We don't want to yell at them. This weapon is fully empowered. We'll just keep it like that. And then we don't take anything away. This weapon, and we can even go /IW14 is fully empowered. All right, let's test out our system and see if it works as intended. If so, we'll repeat it for Jinx's weapon too. Alexander says, I just used the weapon upgrade slots and augment slots, but the eventing way is interesting. Oh, okay. Well, the reason why I wanted it to be this system is because I can change the percentage that weapon unleash changes. Maybe you could do that with the lunatic mode as well. Now that I think about it, you probably can, but I knew how to do it this way. Empowering gem. Select an unequipped weapon. Well, we don't have any, so we'd have to take it off. Empowering gem. Light blade. Do you wish to empower it? We'll consume it? Yeah. You've successfully upgraded your light blade into a light blade level 2. Its parameters and the chance for duality to trigger has increased. Did it actually give us the level 2 one? It did, and the parameters went up. 20% chance to attack with duality. Nice. And if we do it again, play level 2. Oh, it doesn't work because we have to make all of these weapons not independent. But we never award the player more than a single one, so the player would not know the difference at all. Except for the fact that it doesn't say 1 out of 100 things that you can hold. Snah, snah, snah. Wait, I think the note we hit in there is a G that is like a fifth, 50% of the way down. Does that drop it an octave though? Whatever. Gets me every time. Boy. In fact, if I could make it so that you don't have to unequip it to show it, I probably would do that. I should move its parameters and the chance for something should be on the next line. I may have done that, but I'm using message core that could be like auto truncating it. Okay, let's try it again anyway. Empowering gem, light blade level 2. You want to upgrade, empower your weapon, enchant the weapon. Upgraded it into level 3. Empowering gem to that weapon. Yes. Level 4. Empowering gem. Light blade level 4. Enchant the weapon. Let's see. Select an empowering gem. Level 5. This weapon, the light blade, level 5, is fully empowered. And now we have a stronger weapon for the hero. Or the mayor. Right, so that works for this now. We're going to encounter a problem. Drifty should change the weapon icon as it levels up. We could do that. Let's see if we can find a theme that works. It could start off as this one, kind of a brownish, and then as it goes to level 2, it could go to maybe this one, yellow, and then, or you know what, orange and then yellow. Orange here, so from brown to orange to yellow, or even this green rusty color. And then yellow, and then finally white. Or the yellow could be this other white color. It's like an off-white. Orange, and then yellow instead of the green. So you've got this brown, then an orange, then a yellow, then a grayish maybe, and then a bright white. Or maybe you should start brown and then turn this gray color, and then go orange, and then go yellow, and then go white. I think that makes more sense. So we'll start with the brown, then this will turn into the gray, because it's kind of duller, right? And then orange is a little more vibrant than the gray, and then yellow is a little bit more vibrant than the orange, and then the yellow is probably more vibrant than this bright white, but I'm going to just end it on this bright white color. So you've got a dark, you got like a brown, then a gray, and then an orange, then a yellow, then white. I like that idea. We'll use it. Good stuff. And duality will always be the red color. Jeremiah agrees. Color grades is nice. Remember the Atma weapon from Final Fantasy VI? Yes, I do remember Atma. You can get 2 of them, actually. You can dual wield Atma weapons. One is before the world gets destroyed. And then the other is at the Colosseum. the trade items. Maybe the Genji glove or something. Oh, I do need to do that, Ren Phoenix. Thank you so much. The color needs to change as well. So let's go ahead and go to, let's save our project. Go to Game, Open Folder, go to IMG Weapons, and let's get a better view here. Extra large icons. Boy, I need to see them icons. And go down to Beam Sword. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. So Beam Sword Light will be the level 5 version. Beam Sword Brown is going to be the first one. So we'll take this text, put it here, Beam Sword Brown. Then we have like the gray one, Beam Sword Gray. Then we have the orange. I kind of think the gray should be the first one, and then brown, and then orange. I changed my mind. I don't know, gray is a little brighter. But I think the transition from brown to orange is very nice. It's like we're going... I'm gonna make this one gray. And this one brown. Change my mind. So we have gray, brown, orange, gray, brown, orange, yellow, white. So this is, how do we spell gray? With an E or an A? E. Gray, and then we go brown here, then we go orange, and then we go yellow. I'm assuming, I should probably check that, and then we stay with the light, Beam Sword Light. Yellow is correct, okay. That works better. Now it'll update in combat too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But, you know, English. Who even Englishes anymore? It's the same. Potato, potato. So, we should take that same idea and upgrade this one as well. So we'll copy this one, and I'm going to put it on 21, 22. Pink rod level 2. 10 strength, 10 intelligence, 20 MP. We'll take this, paste it here, make this the third version. 15, and 30 MP right there. Copy this and paste it there. now that we cannot take off our now that we can take off our weapons, we need to make sure that the player can't sell them. That could cause some problems. We also should change the way that Jinx's weapon Unleash works. It currently works based on a stipulation of her max HP, but I think it should also follow the level of your weapon, percentage of it happening. It makes more sense. So I'm going to take the weapon Unleash that Jinx uses right here, the custom replace attack, and just get rid of this. And we'll use Weapon Unleash. But instead of 22, we're going to be using 23, because that's a different skill. So we take this line, we put it here, and we do 10%. Here we do 30%. 40%. And half the time. Copy this, put this right there. That works. Cool. So 22 for level 2, 23 for level 3, 24 for level 4, etc., etc. That's going to make it easier on my simple mind. So we copy this thing, and we put it at the end. I'm going to put a comment right here. Jinx weapon. Main player, main character weapon. And we paste this here. We select item number 2 because that's the second weapon, and 22 is the level 2 version of that. We change this so that it consumes the pink rod, and change the weapon rewards or awards to the level 2 pink rod. and we say we've successfully upgraded your that into that. And this parameters to add this has increased. Its parameters and the chance for that to trigger has increased. Now we can take this, and it'll be easier to copy from there. We paste this, and we say if they've selected 22 this time, then do you want to empower your 22? Wait, did we forget to change this? Yes. Do you want to empower your that? That looks good. Okay, they say yes. We take this one away and give them this one. Let them know that we've successfully upgraded this into this. Copy this entire thing. It's going to get easier and easier now. Change this to that number, 23. Do you want to upgrade the level 3 version? Yes. Okay, let's take away the level 3 version and give you the level 4 version. Let the player know that you've upgraded your level 3 version to the level 4 version. The chance to trigger that has gone up. Take this entire thing, paste it again. Oops. Change this to if they selected the level 4 version. Ask them if they want to empower their level 4 version. If they say yes, consume the gem and the level 4 version and award the level 5 version. And let them know that they've upgraded their level 4 version into a level 5 version, and they've got the chance to trigger go up. We've had the parameters and the chance to trigger their weapon unleash has gone up. And then one final one, we take this thing, and instead of 14, it's going to be 25. If they selected, hello. If they selected the level 5 version of Jinx's weapon, we say this weapon is fully empowered. And we have 10 gems to start with. Let's just make sure we can get both of their weapons fully upgraded, and then we've completed a rudimentary system. Cool Soft, it's you. Oh my god, Autism Boy, thanks for joining the stream. How are you doing? Can't believe it's you. Empowering gem. We have to unequip our weapons. It gets me every time. But at least the player knows. Thank you, Doc Weez. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Oh, we can see the colors are changing. Light Blade is changing to the level 2. Nice. Let's see if we can get this one to level 2. Why is this not going to level 2? It didn't fire. It didn't fire at all. We have to add not independent item, right? Right. It's not an independent item on all of these. Not an independent item. And since the player's only getting one of these items, it won't matter. Travis Newcomb! Oh my god, what's up, dude? How are you doing? I can't believe it's you! So many familiar names. We know this one works. We need to check. We need to check the other one to work. Empowering gem on the pink rod. Do you want to empower your pink rod? Yes. You've successfully upgraded into level 2. Its parameters and the chance for Chaos Orb to trigger has increased. If we were to equip it, 20% chance to attack with Chaos Orb. Oh my god. Feeling the power. Upgrading weapons to have Weapon Unleash trigger more often. Yeah, it's cool. Pink Rod enlarged. I'm feeling the power of Pink Rod. I mean, empowered. Let's see if it gives us the message. This one. This weapon, the Pink Rod level 5, is fully enlarged. I mean, empowered. We need to change the... I don't know, there's only so many colors we can have it change to. The light blade makes sense, right? Because it changed colors. Pink Rod, I don't know. We could change the icons. It would make sense to change the icons to fully go the full distance in its full entirety to complete with maximum fullness. Expand the rod. We have to find the legendary expanding stones, enlarging stones. They're just a stone and it just has a V on it. For very strong, very strong. Wait, we have a problem somewhere. Because we got to, oh, okay. We started with 10. I'm like, how do we still have empowering gems left? Because we only used 8. We went from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and then we did it again for another weapon. So, boom, that's why we have 2 left. It works. The system works. It does what I wanted it to do. It takes the same item, goes up a little bit in stats, and increases the chance for a Weapon Unleashed to trigger better. So, very simple. It looks like a very small system, but it's just like a lot of conditionals checking stuff, right? And one plugin to check for the weapon that you're trying to use. And each new character that I add will have one specific weapon that they upgrade over time to level 5 or even higher. I think we have room to make them go past like maybe level 10, but for right now we're going to keep it all level 5. You know, 50% chance to do the Weapon Unleash. We don't want every hit being a Weapon Unleash, otherwise... I don't know, maybe we do. Maybe we do. We can make the enemies harder. But it'll definitely make fighting easier. We're level 8 with leveled up weapons as well. So if we were to fight, we'd probably just kick some butt. We'd just smash on things, which is good. You want to give the player some sort of sense of progression. Could you make the map bigger to center the animation? I could change the animation too. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Let's take a look at the animation, and instead of using the screen, let's go to center and just see if that changes the way it looks. That's a good observation, Cajun. That's good, Alexander. I like to hear that. Sorry about that, by the way. I didn't mean for you to spit on your keyboard. Light blade. Let's see how the animation looks. Oh, it's centered. Boy, boy. Good one, Cajun. That was a smart observation. I like it better. It looks cooler now. Let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. Slow that down. Nice little custom system. I wish, though, the icon, like this image, I mean, what is it, like a, what are we even looking at? It's like a flat image, but it's like standing up. It'd be cooler if it was like on a table. We do need another icon for this, right? This works for now, but we need something else for like the runestone thing. Make the animation a bit smaller. I could do that too, but I don't want to mess with it right now. The batching. I think it looks good. Let me take one more look at it. It could be a little bit smaller, huh? It'll change it so much, though. There's no simple way to change all of the sizes proportionately. Like, I could set them all to a smaller amount. For example, if I copy this, paste it here, and then just batch it, right? The scale, let's say like 75%. It makes all of them change size, right? And so they don't even line up anymore. Yeah, I don't like that as much. So it would take a ton of work to just make it a little bit smaller. I'm just going to accept that. I'm going to take that. I agree, though. It would be cool if you could just make everything smaller and proportional and change positions for it as well. You would have to completely rework it. That's right, Travis. So I'm going to take that as a victory. I did what I set out to do for today. It's a pretty good stream. Pretty good stream. I would like to get a different image. This looks fantastic, but it doesn't like proportionally fit on top of like a countertop type of thing. Maybe we have to ace-sprite something. Are we gonna ace-sprite with the last 5 minutes? I think we gotta do that. Oh yeah, put that in Photoshop and then just change the perspective. Right, and just free transform it, huh? Travis, coming through with the ideas today. The ideas today. Let's do that. It was FSM something. What was it called though? Oh, here it was. Switch, FSM switch. Okay, let's open this. We have to keep it on the right grid though, so I have to take a look at the guides, grids, and slices and set this to 48. Let's go with maybe this one. I do want to see it though, so I mean I kind of like the blue. We'll go with this one. So let's go like this. Do a free transform. And then we go with a perspective. And then we go with a scale. Perspective. Oh, I messed it up. They need to be identical. What if I just... It should be free transform and then rotate 180. No. Flip horizontal. Hey! What's up? Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's save this as... Switch 01, edit 1. It's probably gonna look terrible. I don't know though. Let's try it. And we'll go with this. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's like leaning to a side and stuff. I just need to squish it down some. It kind of fits. It looks like it's laying on the desk, but it's just like a sideways angle. I didn't want it to be like that, really. Oh, well, that's not exactly what I meant. I mean, I guess it's kind of the right idea that I'm going for. I wonder what is it picking? So this is facing down, facing left, right, and then up. So if I talk to it, and it's going to be facing down, so it's going to turn into one of these, right? But I can fix its direction, so that's not a problem. Let's take another one. Let's take this one, the one I originally picked, and just try again messing around with some stuff. Let's free transform it, and this time let's just warp it and take this down. Let's change its perspective. Nope, nope, I don't like that. Let's change its skew. Nope. Warp it, and I guess warping is the only thing. Perspective is the thing, but dang it, cancel that. I want to make it go. So we can just go like this. And then distort, maybe? No. Skew? I think that's it. Just gotta go on a little bit more. A little bit more. Like that. And then we just fix direction. So we'll save this as the edit one. Where's it at? Edit. Switch. What did I just save it as? Oh, I've got it here. Okay. Underscore edit one. I'm sorting it by date. I see. Okay. Yeah, overwrite the edit one. Yeah. Yes. We go here. Select this. Oh, it's not going to show it here, but it'll update. And then we direction fix. We direction dix it. That's how we gotta do it. Another one. Hey, I like it. I'm gonna keep it like that for now. So it's like a little thing, you know, you put the gem on it and you put your weapon on it and it does sparkles and now you're stronger. Hey. And this thing will appear after you rescue somebody, the enchanter, right? So we put a switch condition on this statement, and this little thing isn't here until you rescue the right person. Therefore, you get progress, not just front-loading a bunch of stuff. Chainer Valentine, thanks for coming to the stream. Hello, I just found this stream. I'm also working on games, so I hope I can learn a few things off you. I hope so too. That's really awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. That's going to do it for this stream. You sort of joined at the end. I stream 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, doing game development stuff and playing other people's RPGs and looking at random like plugins and helping people script stuff and help all kinds of various things. If you have questions, I field them throughout the live stream, so ask questions. You might get a tutorial on the fly like that. And yeah, I'm enjoying this format. Hopefully you guys are too. If you do, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you would like to join the Discord and get help when I'm not live streaming, the link is in the description below. If you would like to support, what's the Discord? You can click in the description and see the link to all of my stuff right there. If you would like to support what I do, please consider doing so. It's patreon.com/driftwoodgaming. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, I have a Twitter. I'm at driftwoodgaming. I'm also on twitch.tv/driftwoodgaming. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to stay awesome. Good luck on your projects. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. That's a great idea, Travis. Man, you just coming in with tons of great ideas today. We can add a little sparkle effect or something, huh? Like, we could even put it right here. I might have deleted it, though, the default sparkle. We can make our own sparkle, though. If I had more time, I'd do that right now. Let's see. What kind of sparkle can we throw in? Yeah, we'd have to make one. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll make some more polish on this event. Make it all sparkly. Bye, Heartless. Travis, thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate all the very, very productive comments you've made. Everybody who has made comments, I appreciate you guys. The feedback and everything. It's great. Charzanico, Heartless, Chainer, welcome to the stream and all that. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy my 300 plus tutorials on RPG Maker. So there's plenty of stuff to watch. Also, this will be posted maybe like an hour after we finish the live stream, and then the chat will also be there after enough time. Red Phoenix, thanks for stopping by. Another one. Alexander, Ahmed, Cajun One, Heartless, Docweeze, Cool Soft, Silver Starlight. Love you guys so much. Everybody who stopped to say hi. Devin, Craig, I know you already left, but thanks for stopping by. That is gonna do it. And I'll leave you guys with some specialness. I'll whisper in your ear so you can hear a little bit of ASMR before you go. Bye, guys.